call this meeting of the Mount Vernon Independent School District to order. Let the record show that a quorum of board members is present, that this meeting has been duly called, and the notice of this meeting has been posted in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code, Chapter 551. Do I have a motion to certify the agenda?
Motion made.
Motion made by Linda. Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Donnie. All four. 6-0. Let the record show that Josh Jordan's not here yet. Kathy, would you mind opening this in prayer?
Sure. Our dear Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for this beautiful day you've sent to us. And Lord, we ask you to be with this community and this school. Lord, thank you so much for our leaders in this school district, and our teachers, and our students. Lord, just always protect them. Lord, thank you for always blessing us with more than we need. Thank you so much. In your son's name, amen.
Amen. I'll stand and do our pledges.
Otherwise, wrong way.
I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Do we have some special recognition tonight?
Yes, ma'am, we do. And what you will see this year is we have added several different pieces of our district to our special recognition. In the previous years, we had done campus support, elementary teacher, middle school and high school teacher. We have now added maintenance support, custodial, cafeteria, and also bus drivers. So we've added more recognition, so we make sure that we're not leaving any of our departments out in our staff. And so we will start, and we're going to start with our elementary teacher. And go through here. So if I could have Miss Christina Soto come forward, please. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. So if you'll stand right here, I'll give that to you. So what it was said about Miss Soto is, our spotlight teacher for September is a quiet, behind-the-scenes leader. She doesn't necessarily like public acknowledgement, but she is more than deserving of this honor. Ms. Soto works to lead her second grade team in reading and goes above and beyond for her bilingual team as well. The Spanish portion of our new curriculum is in the pilot year, and not all materials are readily available for our bilingual teachers. Ms. Soto has worked to create materials for not only her class, but for the other grade levels as well. Ms. Hatley, our bilingual kindergarten teacher, recently recognized Ms. Soto in our Hump Day Hoorays. Says, big shout out to Ms. Soto. She's always worked behind the scenes, and her perspective makes such a difference. Thanks for sharing your awesomeness. Says, I remember asking her last year to take on a leadership role on her second grade team, and she wasn't sure she was ready. Well, she certainly was ready, and she has exceeded expectations. She leads with a servant's heart and leads by example. She serves on our Capturing Kids Heart Process Champion team and is willing to take on any challenge. Her classroom is run efficiently and in the sweetest way. Her students are so very respectful of each other, their teacher, and any visitor that enters the classroom. Her students had a few words to say about her as well. She is nice to us. I love her sweetness, like her class because it is colorful. She teaches us in Spanish and in English. We love when we do good things every morning and when she tells us something good about herself. She is calm with us. She is just a really good teacher and teaches us so much. We agree that Ms. Soto is an amazing teacher, and we are thankful for all that she does for our students, faculty, and parents. So the elementary teacher of the month is Ms. Soto. Congratulations. Teacher right back there. Very good. You want to say anything?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Congratulations, Ms. Soto. All right. If we will have to read it upside down here, our middle school teacher of the month, Miss Regina Saucier. Congratulations. Congratulations. Let me read what it says about Miss Regina. It says, from the moment she arrived, it was clear that Miss Saucier wasn't just dipping her toes in the water. She jumped in head first with both feet. And that energy has been absolutely infectious. While many of us were enjoying a well-deserved break, Miss Saucier was already here bright and early, laying the foundation for an exceptional learning environment. She has poured her heart and soul into creating a classroom that is not only productive, but also incredibly supportive for all of her students. I've heard whispers from other teachers about her innovative lesson plans, her commitment to individual student needs, and her genuine care for each child's success. She really has done a lot to create an environment where everyone can thrive. Ms. Saucier, your hard work and dedication haven't gone unnoticed. You have quickly established yourself as a vital member of the Mount Vernon Middle School community. Your commitment to creating a positive and productive learning environment for our students is truly inspiring, and we are incredibly grateful for your contributions. We are so excited to have you here at Mount Vernon Middle School. You know you will positively influence our students. Middle School Teacher of the Month, Ms. Regina Saucier. Any words? Okay. Congratulations. All right. And our high school teacher of the month, Miss Rebecca Russell. There we go. Hand that to you. It says Rebecca Russell has been a steady and dependable presence at Mount Vernon High School for many years, serving our school community in a variety of ways. What truly distinguishes her is her remarkable ability to build strong, meaningful connections with all students, including those who face the greatest challenges. Since transitioning into special education, she has not only thrived but also continuously expanded her role, now serving as our special education department leader. In this capacity, she oversees the entire high school special populations caseload, leads our special education staff in data collection and progress monitoring, and serves as the SPED teacher at ARD meetings. Additionally, Ms. Russell manages Campus 504 plans, ESL coordination, and LPAC meetings, all while providing invaluable in-class inclusion support. Her extensive knowledge and dedication benefit both students and staff, as she offers ongoing professional development and guidance to ensure compliance and empowers teachers to meet diverse student needs. Ms. Russell's commitment extends beyond her formal responsibilities. She consistently models professionalism through timely communication with administration and peers, and she is always among the first to volunteer for extra duties. Her genuine desire to see every student succeed drives her unwavering support, making her an indispensable part of our school community. Mount Vernon High School is truly fortunate to have Ms. Russell's dedication, leadership, and compassionate spirit, which make her exceptionally deserving of Teacher of the Month recognition. So our High School Teacher of the Month, Ms. Rebecca Russell. Congratulations again.
You're a busy lady.
You want to say anything?
No.
Okay.
You're right.
Okay.
I admire you.
So now this month, usually we have one auxiliary staff member of the month, but this month we have two. We just couldn't choose. We had two very deserving, and we want to recognize them both. So if I could first have Miss Emma Teenan, sorry, Miss Emma. If she'll come forward. Congratulations. Now, this is what it says about Emma. It says, Emma changed roles at elementary campus this year, and she has soared in her new position. She is our new technology teacher, but she's much more than that. She took a crazy idea that Miss George had and helped to transform our early childhood computer lab into a learning lab. During pre-K, kindergarten, and first grade specials, Miss Teenan, sorry, Miss Teenan, I'm going to say that right. Miss Teenan leads hands-on STEM activities, science, technology, engineering, and math in the learning lab. Our students are exploring through play, which is building, experimenting, and discovering how things work in a fun, age-appropriate way. They're building fine motor skills. From stacking blocks to using tools, every activity helps strengthen those little hands for writing and more. Our occupational therapy team is working closely with her so that whole body exercises are incorporated into the learning lab routines in order to build strength in students' fine motor abilities. They're also learning to work together. Whether they're constructing a bridge or mixing a potion, kids collaborate, take turns, and communicate with peers. They're also thinking like little scientists. They're asking questions, making predictions, and testing their ideas, just like real scientists and engineers. With her guidance, our learning lab becomes more than just fun, though there's lots of that. It's a creative, social, and skill-building space that helps prepare your child for future learning in the best way possible through hands-on discovery. Miss Emma has recently shouted out by a classroom teacher in our Hump Day Hoorays, and the teacher said, Shout out to Miss Emma in the Learning Lab. She is doing amazing with each class. She is patient with all students as they learn the rules and expectations. I'm super proud of her. We are very proud of the way Miss Emma has stepped up to her new position this year, and we are excited about the progress that our youngest Tigers are going to make. Congratulations. You want to say anything? No? Congratulations. Our next support staff member of the month is going to be Miss Donna Walker. Congratulations. Yes, ma'am. It says Miss Walker has meticulously crafted 453 individual student schedules. Let me say that again. 453 individual student schedules. That's 453 unique academic pathways carefully constructed to meet the individual needs and aspirations of each student. It's about understanding their strengths, nurturing their passions, addressing their challenges, and helping them chart a course that would lead them to success. It's about ensuring that the aspiring scientist has access to the advanced labs, that the budding artists can explore their creativity, and that every student, regardless of their background or learning style, has the opportunity to thrive. Ms. Walker doesn't just create schedules, she crafts opportunities. The impact of Ms. Walker's work extends far beyond the individual student. It strengthens our entire school community. When students are placed in the right classes with the right teachers and given the opportunity to pursue their passions, they are more engaged, more motivated, and more likely to succeed. A well-crafted schedule is the foundation upon which our students build their academic success, and Ms. Walker is the architect of that foundation. Congratulations. Want to say anything? Man! Nobody wants to say anything. Okay, next we will move to our maintenance support staff of the month, Mr. Daniel Gilbreth. Congratulations.
Thanks, sir.
It says, in recognition of outstanding performance, dedication, and exceptional contributions to keeping our facilities safe, efficient, and well-maintained, your expertise, positive attitude, problem-solving abilities, and commitment to our daily tasks sets a shining example for the entire team. Your efforts make a difference every day. So our maintenance person of the month, Mr. Daniel Gilbreth. Congratulations. You want a picture? Show your
Oh,
picture.
my bad.
There you go. Come on, Daniel. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Anything you want to say?
No, sir.
No? When? Give them all opportunity. Nobody will say anything. Next, we will recognize our custodial support staff of the month, Miss Maria Mendez. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Give that to you. Bobby says, in recognition of your exceptional dedication, hard work, and commitment to maintaining a clean, safe, and welcoming environment for everyone, your attention to detail and reliability truly make a difference every single day. Thank you for going above and beyond to keep our spaces shining. Miss Maria Mendez. Very good. Thank you. You want to say anything? No. No? Okay. All right. Well, we have two more to go. Let's see if one of them is going to say anything. All right. Next, we have our cafeteria support of the month. If I could have Miss Adrienne Alonzo come down, please. Congratulations. Did I say your first name right?
Yes.
Very good. All right. It says, we are proud to recognize Adrienne Alonzo, our outstanding elementary cafeteria manager. Your leadership, organization, and unwavering commitment to excellence make a daily impact on both the team and everyone who walks through our doors. From ensuring smooth operations to creating a welcoming environment for staff and students alike, your dedication sets a high standard for us all. Thank you for your hard work, positivity, and the countless ways you go above and beyond. Congratulations, Ms. Alonzo. Congratulations. Would you like to say anything? Okay. Well, and I think that our bus driver of the month is Miss Deborah Newland, and she is probably still finishing up her bus route, but this is what I'll read that Bobby wrote about her. It says, we want to take a moment to celebrate Deborah Newland, one of our amazing school bus drivers. Every day, she not only ensures the safety of our students, but also greets them with a friendly smile, rain or shine. Your dedication and care make a huge difference in the lives of our children, and for that, we are truly grateful, and we'll make sure that Miss Deborah gets her plaque as well. So, Miss Deborah Newland.
Did you want to do a picture?
Oh, yeah, let's get them all back here. Sorry, all of y'all come back up and get one big picture. Thank you for reminding me about that. Thank you. I was gonna say, it's been 4 months since we've done that, so.
I know.
Yeah. They'll all come right up here.
I don't know if we want to be in front or behind.
I was saying, somebody's going to come stand by me.
I'll come stand by you. I was just trying to figure out the microphone
Yeah,
thing.
I understand. Make sure everybody's seen by, make sure you see Miss Taryn. Very good. Congratulations, all of y'all. Thank you so much. Thank y'all for what y'all do.
Miss Russell, are they having that thing at Region 8?
It's gonna change up a little bit, but yes.
It's so much fun.
I'll make sure they reach out.
No.
Maybe that's not my.
Hey, I did that for Jen, so,
Yeah.
because I keep
Well,
her
I
book.
think she's usually part of it.
But it was fun for those kids.
Yes, they love it.
I can't
And it
tell
was,
how
I had fun.
Right?
baseballs that you hit. Yeah. So many.
Miss Georgia has one.
All right.
These,
Did you move to our information items?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Our enrollment totals?
All right, so our enrollment totals as of September 3rd, we are at 1535, which of course is down from the August 11th, first part of school, after we cleansed some no-shows from the rolls, which you will see is down pretty significant from last year, but I think we should stay pretty steady there at the 1535.
Any questions for that? Our campus department updates. Mr. Glover, you gonna go first for us?
Please let him.
Please let him.
I'm gonna turn my attention to y'all. All right, so obviously we've winning in a lot of stuff lately. Sorry. I wasn't gonna say anything.
When y'all start taking 12 tests, we'll talk about it.
They brought it up. Y'all saw it. Okay.
Ashley.
All right. So really proud of the start of the school year. All of our new staff and our returning teachers are doing a great job. School year has been off to a really smooth start. Things are running well. Just again, overall, really satisfied with what's been going on. Don't have a whole lot of things to talk about tonight, but I did come up with a few. We're about getting ready to launch some community partnerships that are kind of long-standing at the school. Tomorrow, we're kicking off Leaders of Tomorrow. That's our 17th year, I was told today. I thought it was about 15, but I was told 17 years. So they're kicking that off tomorrow with an event here on campus and then going downtown as well to do a couple of things. So excited to see where that goes this year. Mount Vernon Cares, which is our mentorship program that we've been doing, I think at least 9 or 10 years for that. I believe it started in my first couple of years, so it's been a while as well. So that's something that has really served us well over the years. So that's kicking off next week. We've got a few kids. 5 of our student leaders are going to be going out this week to attend the FCA, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, kickoff event over at Region 8. Coach Ladd is their sponsor, so he'll be taking them here Wednesday of this week to kick that off for the year. Miss Wilkins, our CTE director, gave me a little update here, so I want to read it to you. It's pretty good stuff. She says, over half the class of 2026 already are CCMR complete. Again, that goes back to our accountability ratings that we talked about a second ago. And the rest of them, she says, are on track to be complete by the end of the school year by getting those IBCs in their pathway. She also reports that the health science program is improving rapidly and the practicum students have many amazing opportunities ahead. For example, they are going to be going on September 30th to visit Baylor Medical Center in Plano, where they're going to do observations across a bunch of different departments in the hospital. The way I understand it, they're going to be getting to even do some observations in surgery. So that should be pretty neat for them. She's also, Miss Hughes, is the new teacher, if you don't know who I'm talking about. Miss Hughes, she's also in the process of completing the requirements, that is getting insurance and vaccines and uniforms These kids are going to start going out twice monthly doing clinical rotations. That's at Titus Regional Medical Center in Christus and Sulphur Springs, and then as well as kinetic physical therapy and maybe a couple others that are local here. So she's already got these things set up and is about to get the ball rolling, which is something we've been trying to do for for a long time. So she's doing a great job there, just providing opportunities for the students that they haven't had before. Last thing on my list here, the ag auction is this Saturday, September 13th at 5 o'clock. And I walked through today and saw a lot of the projects that they have out there, so a lot of good stuff out there. And it's a huge fundraiser for them, so hopefully people have an opportunity to come out this Saturday afternoon and support the ag department. So that's all I got.
Yeah, meal starts
meal
at
at
5,
5,
auction
Auction
starts
at
at 6.
6. That's right. All right. Thank y'all.
Oh, thank you. I like riding.
Okay, mine's short and sweet too. Obviously you can tell what we're all going through. I've got Coach Marker's darling baby, because she's at games, my husband's at games, and I'm going to the game as soon as I get done. So, we have 457 middle schoolers. We have, I just did the numbers today, 120 fifth graders, 108 sixth graders, 99 seventh graders, and 130 eighth graders. So we are topping out in that eighth grade. Woo! Yes. Our attendance has been pretty steady at 95, 96, with it dropping on Friday, which we expect. It was at 91%. Our volleyball team, they're winning consistently. They've already played 3 games, and they're currently playing one right now at the gym. And our A teams have a tournament this weekend that we're going to be hosting here at Mount Vernon. I know that our cross-country teams are traveling with the high school. They've done 2 already, and they have their 3rd one on Thursday in Harts Bluff. And then our football teams are starting Thursday. They're super excited. It has been a great thing for our discipline. It really has, because they are so worried about getting in trouble. I mean, any little trouble, they're like, oh my gosh, do I get to play Thursday? Yes, just relax. But anyways, they're excited. We're slowly settling into our new Bluebonnet curriculum for 5th grade. That's been a big change for our teachers, but they're on it and after it. And same thing with our 6th grade STEM scopes for math. So we are just rocking right along. Y'all know what it is. It's like, this is like your May in the fall. So here we are. Any questions? Awesome. I'm going to also sneak out too. So
Thank you, Ms.
Thank
Bates.
you, Ms. Bates.
You're a good babysitter.
this is why I don't have it.
Jason's got a bunch.
Oh, goodness. Okay, currently we're sitting at about 616 kiddos down at the elementary school. We're big. It's a lot of little people, but it's great. I just want to give props to our teachers. They have taken on a whole lot with our new curriculum, and we have expected a whole lot of them. Our theme for the year is all heart, all tiger, and all in, and they have jumped in both feet. They have done more than ever I could have imagined, and Devin Stroman is helping lead the implementation of Bluebonnet reading. It is a lot, but our teachers are really doing amazing things, and more than that, our kids. Our 4th grade teachers told me that these kids have been engaged with literature more than they have in years in just these first few weeks of school. So a parent in an ARD meeting told me the other day that as soon as they got home, the daughter wanted to see how the book continued. They didn't get to finish, and so she was looking it up on YouTube to see how she was so interested. So the kids are interested in what they're learning. There's an option with the Bluebonnet unit assessments. They could have either taken them for kindergarten, 1st and 2nd grade, just a whole group where they do thumbs up and thumbs down, or there was another option where we could start teaching kids how to test online even in kindergarten, because it teaches more of the application piece, and so we opted for that. And so 3 of us would go into a classroom at a time in kindergarten to make sure that we were listening and following directions, and that was fun, but they have stepped up. They can do anything that you ask of them. And so our results in kindergarten weren't exactly where we wanted them to be, but they finished the test. And they know what a test is and what an online assessment is. So we had 58% that meets on that. So that will improve the more practice they get. In 1st grade, we had 72% satisfactory with 22% advanced. So we were super proud of that.
And then the second grade, we had 70% satisfactory with 19% advanced. So we just went to a Region 8 accountability training last week, and we're really diving in and making sure that our kids are growing. We're really going to focus on that growth piece, domain 3, because that's really what got us on our accountability. And so we want to get back to that A rating. So that's really what we're focusing on. So we'll be having data meetings even in kindergarten, looking to make sure we're growing kids. We're in the middle of our beginning of the year M-class assessment, so we'll have that data next time. And then 3rd and 4th haven't taken their Unit 1 assessments yet for reading. So as soon as we have that data, I will share that also. Our math teachers are rocking right along with STEM scopes, and I'm focusing on reading because that's where we were so worried about with our little ones last year. So I will give you the math scores next time. And then that is basically it. We're just rocking right along down there. So come by anytime and see us. Do y'all have any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jordan.
Appreciate it. All right, and that leads us to our construction updates.
Yes, can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Good evening. We can, let's start, around the site, the non-structured areas or buildings, in the mechanical yard area, out by the big tree, the dumpster area, and area F, which is the, high school foyer area. We're pouring out concrete on the 16th and 17th of this month. And then I've got some notes here that the parking lot is gonna be poured out in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So that's what's going on around the site area. Unit C, which is the admin, area. I know the interior metal framing continues to be installed. Some miscellaneous steel they're putting in on the existing steel joists for the rooftop units in that area. And then on the north and the south end where we're gonna close up into the courtyard, the piers we've got piers and grate beams that are gonna start on 9/11, which is Thursday. Inside area C, there's a lot going on in that area. They're beginning to demo some of the existing block walls in there and install some load-bearing CMU columns. A lot going on still in that area. Unit D, which is our, over in the cafeteria building area, the steel's gonna be completed out on 9/15 of this month. And then once the steel's done, the exterior framing, we'll start soon after that. So that's in area D. Area E, which is our storm shelter, Fine Arts building. We've got our concrete roof. The deck is gonna be poured on 9/10, so that's Wednesday at 7 a.m. And then the interior CMU, the concrete block continues in that area. And I believe the fire sprinkler systems are gonna start being installed as well. In Unit F, same area as well, the high school area. Right now, they're continuing some of the MEP underground in that area before they do their pour. Over in area G, which is our ag facility, I believe most of the exterior walls are installed, and then they'll start the brick veneer soon after. If everybody's wondering, especially the principals and admin over in area A, I got an update, our permanent handrail, we're probably about another month out for install of those, so. That is where we are at in the construction.
Any questions for Lou?
Any questions?
Lou, thanks. Thanks for what y'all are doing.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good week.
Thank you. Let me offer this to you as a board. We won't have time tonight. I was hoping we would, but we won't with what we have going on tonight. Invite you, if you have the opportunity during the daytime, come by, call me. I'd love to take you through and let you look at the inside of the Fine Arts building and what they're doing, walk you through with what they're doing and show you, give you the opportunity. We'll get you a hard hat. Thought maybe tonight we could, but again, with everything we have, it'll be dark, I think, by the time we get out there. I was able to walk Leanne and Brad through when we went through the agenda a few days ago. So again, it's impressive. You see the layout and kind of see what it's going to look like inside. And
It's exciting.
yeah, be glad to walk you through it. If you have an opportunity, call me and I'll be glad to give you a walkthrough, let you see it for sure. Okay.
All right, and do we have anyone signed up to speak tonight?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll move down to the consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion made.
Motion made by Linda. Do I have a second? Seconded by Kathy. All four? 6-0. Move down to our action items. The first action item. No, did I skip?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, sorry, I hit the wrong button.
Okay. Our first action item is to approve the extra duty stipend list for 2025-2026.
Yes, we had a couple that we had missed last month that we are at our special meeting we wanted to address tonight. We've never had an assistant one-act play director, so we have added that on the stipend list. We also have come to realize that our campus secretaries spend a lot of time of their own time at nights and on weekends having to use their own cell phone, dealing with trying to get substitute teachers. And so that was something we wanted to try to help them with. So that's $25 a month be for one person on each campus to get that. We also updated the football game ticket sales management. It's Miss Cupid. That was at $1,500. We've upped that to $1,750. And then we had a couple more. We had 3 more updates. We had updated the football gate workers, but we had not updated the announcers for any of the games. We don't currently have it's on the list, but we don't have this person working per se. That's football reserve seating worker. We're trying not to have to use that person, but we might have to get there. Like I said, we had it at one time. We've not used it several years, but we still have it on there. So those have been updated. Just wanted you to see that and recommend that to you for approval.
Are there any questions? Okay, do I have a motion to approve the extra duty stipend list as presented? Motion made by Donnie. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Kyle. All four? 6-0. Action item B, consider approval of extracurricular status request resolution for the 4-H organization, Franklin County.
It's something we do each year as well. If you remember, I think in August we did Titus County. We didn't have Franklin counties at the time. What this does allows our students who are in 4-H, when they have 4-H related opportunities during the school day, it allows them to be considered a school event and for a school absence. So something we've done. I recommend approval for this as well.
Any questions on that? Do I have a motion to approve the extracurricular status request resolution for the 4-H for Franklin County? Motion made by Kathy, second. Second by Kyle, all four. 6-0. Next on the agenda is to consider approval of the local school district teaching permits.
Greg's going to speak on that for us.
This is not really anything new. It's just that we have not done this in a few years. We've got a new, you see the names before you there. When you have a non-core person teaching CTE, then you can issue a school district teaching permit, which in the eyes of TEA, they meet all the certification requirements of a teacher, as long as they work in our school district. They don't have to have a bachelor's degree. 2 out of the 3 that are on the list do, even though it's not required, but it's based on their work experience and their industry experience related to that CTE strand that they're teaching. And that's what you have before you tonight.
So funding still works the same as if they were certified through CTE?
Yes.
Because they have the
Yeah, and
work.
I'd venture to say probably 75% of your CTE teachers across the state, and I'm just drawing that off the top of my head, because they have to be experts in these areas that are not, that come from the outside industry.
Yep.
And so that's what that's about. Any questions? It's just a board approval thing, and then we send notification to TEA that we're issuing them, and we send everything you see there, they get a copy of their qualifications and all that as well. All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Do I have a motion to approve the local school district teaching permits as presented?
Motion made.
Motion made by Linda. Is there a
I'll second
second? Seconded by Donnie. All four. 6-0. Action item D, consider approval of the 3-year leasing agreement with Tatum Music for band instruments.
We discussed this a couple times in previous meetings. This breaks it out for you, shows you the items that are being purchased. It is a 3-year lease agreement with Tatum Music, so it's not hitting all of our budget at 1 year. These items will come in and highly upgrade the band department itself and help them tremendously. So I'd present that to you recommend that for approval.
Are we?
The budget was already built. The budget that you approved the end of August already had this number in it as well.
Did it do the 2-year or 3-year?
3-year.
3-year.
Yes, 3.
Okay.
And this will also be equipment, like they've got a lot of equipment over there that's not really portable, and that allows them to have the equipment over here in the new band hall as well, because they're gonna utilize that one
For middle school.
For middle school
Okay.
as well.
Any further questions on that? All right, do I have a motion to approve the 3-year leasing agreement with Tatum Music?
Motion
Motion made by Kyle, do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Linda, all 4? 6-0.
Thank you.
Action item E, consider approval of the vendor proposal for custodial supplies for the 25-26 school year.
Bobby's also driving a bus for us because we're a bus driver short at the moment. But they put these out, as you see, was published in the Mount Pleasant Tribune for competitive proposals. Ran August 27th, September 3rd. They were due by September the 5th. Proposals were received from 4 vendors: JRM Supplies Corporation, Interborough Packaging Corporation, Abernathy, and Baxter. Bobby asked, and I make the recommendation that we approve the proposal submitted by Baxter Sales of Longview and Abernathy Company of Texarkana, Arkansas, as the best overall prices for the district. And there are different pieces for each one of those in regard to cleaning supplies and toilet paper, things like that, that each vendor he's requesting the bid off of.
Any further questions? Okay, do I have a motion to approve the vendor proposal for custodial supplies as recommended?
Motion made.
Motion made by Linda.
I'll second it.
Seconded by Donnie, all 4. That's 6-0. That concludes our action items. We're gonna move on to 7, a discussion item for the Guardian Program.
Okay, I emailed you, I hope if you did everybody receive it this one? I hope I emailed you information. What I sent you was just information that had been supplied to us a couple years ago. The board considered the Guardian Program. I believe it was either April or May of 2023, and that was information that was sent to us or shared with us by our attorneys at that time, and I wanted you to have that. Also, as I shared with you as well, Miss Kathy had the opportunity to talk to Ricky, the sheriff, and I shared with you his thought about that as well. So if you've had a chance to look over those documents, and then we'll open it up for conversation as well. I think as you see from Ricky himself, he said he was against it. Now he's more in favor of it. Again, you see his reasons for doing so. If you going back to what our attorney showed, there's a lot that will go into this. A lot that the board that we'll have to put together before we actually do it, if that is a direction that the board wants to go. I will say at the time, again, 2 years ago, different board makeup. At that time, the board made the decision to move forward with what we have, and that is an officer on each campus that we've outfitted with shields, cars. What else, JP? What else? Can you share a little bit what you've put into it?
You want me to come down there?
Sure, please do. Yeah, if you'll just come down here.
I'll bring those. So the police department, we've done some things to increase our response capability to any type of active threat that will be on the campus. And also in compliance with state law. It's now a law as of September 1st for a lot of these. And last year, on September 1st, we had a lot of changes as well. So we actually have long guns that each officer has with them, and has capability to shoot greater than 300 yards, probably closer to 500 yards. And the reason we did that is so that if we had a standoff, we would have distance and not just I call it a pistol, a defensive weapon. So we have that capability. We've got our shields ordered, but every school district in the state of Texas, September 1st, had to order shields. So we got in a little bit early on that, so ours should be in sooner than some of the other ones. State law requires that each campus have a shield, a ballistic shield that can stop a rifle round. We have breaching tools so that we can enter buildings, enter doorways, whether we go through the door or through the wall beside it, sledgehammers, hooligan tools, bolt cutters. We've really outfitted, in fact, one of my officers said, he goes, it took me coming to a school to get the tools that I needed on patrol. And so I kind of took a little bit of pride in that because we've, with y'all's support, we've bought the items that we need to address the situation with a barricaded subject or whatever. Now, please understand that 3 officers aren't going to take on a barricaded subject. We're going to call in our support from DPS, the police department, and the sheriff's department, but we're the first ones. Most of these active threats are over in 3 to 5 minutes, except for Uvalde, and Uvalde rewrote the rules. In fact, the laws that took place September 1st are called Uvalde Strong, that now require us to have shields and things like that. So we've done a lot to outfit the district with the tools that we hopefully will keep our staff, students, and guests safe. Having said that, we always plan for the worst day, and we hope for the best day. So that's kind of where we're at. And I'll answer any questions about the Guardian program or firearms training or anything else that you may have.
All the research I've done on the Guardian thing, it's, it's not just they hand anybody a gun.
You're exactly
The
right.
psychological things, the shooting skills, I mean, there's a lot to it to be certified.
There's a lot to it, and as a firearms instructor for decades, something like that would take a while to implement. Now, Region 8 has done some great things with, they have a firearms simulator
Right.
at Region 8 where the Guardians can actually go and be put into a scenario to where we look at their judgment.
Right.
And really that's what we're looking for is what will they, what's our best guess on how someone will respond in a use of force, deadly force situation. And so there's tools that are out there, and a lot of training that would have to be done. The selection of staff and students, some people say absolutely not, I don't want to have anything to do with it, and other people say absolutely, I want to be the first one trained, and we need to find a happy balance between that.
The task force that you mentioned, as the sheriff mentioned it as well, is that currently, because I was trying to figure out in reading it, is that currently in effect? Because the way I read his response is Region 8 and this task force can come along as a school and kind of evaluate needs. Is that correct?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure if I'm not aware the task force is completely together.
I'm not sure.
Did you understand that it was, Kathy, in your conversation with?
Because I know they're looking to add people.
Right, he said he was looking to add.
Because I would be interested if that was something we could do with their expertise and knowledge to like evaluate our district, who even would consider applying, and just, because there's multiple avenues, right? You said it's the Guardian, the Marshal, are those the only two?
No, the other one is what we have, and that's the active
office.
police officers. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, so we have, some schools just have Guardians. and that's all they had. We're a police department, just like Franklin County Sheriff's Department and Mount Vernon PD. And so you have a commissioned officer that's in there, that's in each campus. Some schools are choosing security officers. Some schools are still looking at SROs, which
Yeah,
is.
some contract with their local sheriff's departments
local
or things
sheriff.
like
But,
that.
and some use both.
Some use both,
Correct.
absolutely.
Exactly, a lot of schools are going to both.
Absolutely,
Because,
absolutely.
I mean, with the world we're living in now,
Mhm.
you can never be too prepared.
No,
And pray it never happens.
I agree wholeheartedly with that. It's just as a police officer for 28 years now, one thing that I was taught early on is every time you arrive on scene, there's at least one gun on scene. And we just want to be cognizant of the folks that we're putting a gun into their hand, that they know the outcome that could happen. So I am supportive of the Guardian program, but just like any program, it has to come with the appropriate training. Without the appropriate training, I don't think that it's going to be a benefit. It could be the
It could be it could, not done well, could definitely be a
Listen, y'all have it?
We do.
Y'all do?
Do y'all have it in conjunction with anything?
We have a police officer on staff as well. We have our own police, like I said, a commissioned officer on campus.
Well,
No,
yeah,
Max, and but I know where we were at, we're 25 miles from everybody. So it was it was a mandatory thing at the time. We did not have a resource officer whenever we adopted the Guardian plan. So.
Well, like, okay, heaven forbid something happens, but like each person has to stay on campus like y'all do, right? Like
The Guardian?
Well, yeah, no, not the Guardian, but like Heather would have to stay at the elementary, or if something was to happen.
Well,
at the-
what we do is we kind of have a mutual support with our own district. So if I need something,
So I think what he's asking is something were to happen at high school,
yes.
is
Yeah,
Heather
you're gonna
staying
lock
at the
down the
elementary
elementary, you're gonna
to
lock
making
down
sure
the
the elementary's safe? That's what he's asking.
If we had something at the high school, we would pull all of our resources up here, which means we would leave buildings, without an officer, because it will take, we train as a team to go into an area. That's our alert training and different courses that we've been through. And so we're designed to go in by ourselves. That's what the alert training is designed to do. What we would like to do is start to build resources as we enter. So that when Franklin County arrives, DPS or Heather or Blake arrives, we start to form into groups and move towards the shooting. Our overall goal is to stop the killing, is to stop the threat. And so we don't wait for 5 people to get here to make a team. We go in by ourselves.
Yeah.
So part of that, again, I wanted you to have the information. I think that comparison chart between the Guard and Marshall plans gives a pretty good idea in regard to what would be required from us as a district if this is a direction you wanted to go. Of course, we would have to change policy, which we would work with our school attorneys in regard to making sure our policies are in line with the Guardian program. Training requirements that would be set, determined, I think that's determined. Did your board set those training requirements, Dustin? Did y'all do this district?
Yes.
Of what you wanted, for what you would want our folks to have? Of course, valid Texas license to carry, school safety training course. I think, do y'all train, how many times, do y'all train 3 or 4 times a year, twice a year?
We try to do it quarterly, but yeah, it usually comes up three times.
Yeah. So, do you do, those are non-school days that y'all do that?
Non-school days.
Do you pay your
We do
employees,
it on Fridays.
you pay the employees on those days that they're training? Or is that part of their compensation to be part of the Guardian program? So again, that would be an expense to consider as well.
But you're not gonna have that many people.
Well, and of course, that goes back to part of that as well in regard to, as it says, not everybody who wants to is going to qualify, and to see who we have. So yeah.
Question, with all the stuff going on in schools now, with all the shootings and things, Are there some grants and some funding that they're providing to school districts for this?
We have school safety, we have school safety money, that we'd have, I mean, I'd have to look back and see what it's, if we can use it for the guardian program or not, I don't know that answer. I know when that came out, we've written into it for perimeter fencing and some other things that we've been using, window film, some of those to get up to where we have to be up to standard of what TA has set for us. I don't know that answer to that question right
But
now.
I figured with everything that's happened in the world, that they would,
Well, correct me if I'm
you
wrong.
could get a help.
Because Linda and y'all were here, the last time we had this conversation too, part of it was the funding we were receiving. We put it towards adding the school police department when they handed out funding.
So
Is
part
that
of
right?
so we get school funding, school safety funding right now that increased. Craig, what did that increase? It was like $15,000 a campus, then it increased,
We got about 80,000 more this year.
yeah.
So
Even with that, it doesn't
added.
cover the cost for doesn't even cover the cost for our 3 officers itself. So, but we do get funding, to answer your question, yes, that goes toward their salaries as well.
And then, we also have, we would all agree with that. I
Yeah.
mean, that's not, but just practically speaking, to answer that question. We also do have a safety committee, correct?
We do.
So this is something, obviously, that we could get feedback from them. JP, who all, is involved in that? It's
So we have the sheriff, police department, we have,
Representatives from each campus,
yeah,
administrators,
each
teachers,
campus, the
parents.
judge, the county judge, parents, fire, EMS is on that as well.
I would be interested to kind of for the committee's feedback if they wanted to get back to us, just because that's the experts around us as far as how to keep us safe, and the task force. Is anyone else interested in what they would say, like a timeline for that? Yeah, I mean, because that said, their goal is, if I'm reading it right.
Yes, to go into schools.
And make decisions that best align with them, and I mean.
Yep.
They know a lot more than I do, so.
We can be sure, we will have a school safety, committee meeting, before our October board meeting, and we'll bring back, information from them at that time.
When can we make a decision on this?
Well, so it'll be one of two things. If you want to hear, well, I guess we can put on the October meeting, bring back the information from the school safety committee meeting, as well as from any information we have from the task force at that time, or if you need one more meeting to get more information, then it'll be on the November board meeting. But so really the decision would be made if you're moving forward, we begin the process moving forward, and that's when we begin to start building all of this together. I think realistically, let's say even October that the board approves you want to move forward with the guardian program, it's probably, I think optimistically earliest is spring break. Realistically is probably next school year.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is something you really want, as you said, you want to do it right. Like if you're arming people, I mean.
The thing about that is this is not new.
No.
There's schools everywhere that do it.
They're doing it
They're
forever.
all around
So,
us.
and what I'm
Everybody's
saying
doing it.
that, there's already schools that have the training implementation, the qualification implementation, the criteria they use to set all that in place. That's not something we have to reinvent or have someone reinvent.
But do you think we could get our staff trained in that?
Well, here's
time?
the thing, no one has stated what the training looks like yet, so you can't say, I know what it looks like, because I've got a brother that's involved in it, but that's for one campus. You have to look at what is your training gonna look like? What's that gonna entail from start to finish, from psychologicals to everything else? And I'm saying is, we don't have to reinvent this. There's a gazillion schools that have already been through this process. From setting up their training standards to how long did it take them to implement. So
Not reinvent the wheel.
What's that timeline for y'all,
if you want
Dustin?
that information, it'd be easy to get it.
Like I said, we're a little smaller campus, and, when we started this, I think we had a core group that we wanted as guardians. We did try to keep it out of the classroom as much as possible. It was admin and director of operations kind of things that we kept it with, just to keep it safe on our campus. But, I mean, we went through the DPS program. Brian Howie used to use
Yeah.
local. He's a vendor, approved vendor. We went through him with the training process. And then we had our own training on the side too, with our people. I mean, for us, it was 6 months probably.
6 months. Okay.
So
Thank you.
Can I ask,
Sure.
you said vendor-approved training.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that?
DPS, I guess the Texas School Safety Center probably has like approved vendors that are approved to give this course.
Okay,
For
so-
the Guardian programs.
So that's,
That answers that.
that answers that.
Don Dunn, that band, they've had this in place for a long time. He'd be a great resource.
Okay. What was his name?
Don Dunn,
Not done.
Vernon ISD. That's where we got all of our information. Talking about background checks, policy, trainings that we're going.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Dustin. Know what you came to talk about. I appreciate you being available.
Okay, what are we going to?
No, this was just in a discussion
I
item,
know.
so
Yeah.
we're not voting, so we can,
Say put it on the agenda for next.
we'll,
Okay.
yeah, no, we'll put it on, we'll have a report from the safety committee, and we'll have it on the agenda for next time.
Okay.
Is that what you were asking?
Mhm.
Good. All right. And with that, it is 6:13, and we will convene to closed session for personnel matters pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551.074, and to address legal concerns, implications, and questions regarding the posted agenda items pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551.071. 11 p.m., we are convening back into open session. Do you have any personnel for us?
No, ma'am.
All right. Anything else?
No, ma'am.
8:11 p.m., this meeting is adjourned.